I hope you guys are having a good day today because I'm about to ruin it with what is perhaps the second most painful series in ATV Off-Road Fury 2. Yep. More shenanigans on the quads. What can you do about it? Anyway, let's get into this. First stop is Prospect Springs. We're going back to the default environments for this one. But don't let that fact underestimate you, because let me tell you, these races are actually pretty fucking painful. Maybe not as painful as the Pro Nationals, but still pretty painful when you really think about it, when you like get deeper into this. Yeah, I skipped that lap because I didn't show off the skip that I found that I always use whenever I'm racing here. But on the first lap, I obviously forget to take it, and yes, I mess up a little here. But I just wanted to skip to this because I wanted to show you guys the skip that you could just and take at the beginning of the race. Right next to the construction site. Because one thing I've noticed in this game is you're mostly better off whenever you're on the ground, and when you're doing these enduro races, the one thing that you want to do is avoid taking any unnecessary jumps, because that just means that you're spending way too much time in the air, you don't have enough time to accelerate and all that. Yep. The whole point of enduros is to take the race in a non-linear fashion, you know? Dehydrated. But, yeah. Prospect Springs, since this is the first race in the Pro Enduro series, you can pretty much expect that this is going to be the least difficult, and also, you know, one of the quickest to get through. I take that completely wrong. I completely fucked that up. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. I don't know why I would take that freaking jump so damn badly. Like, ugh. I'm better at this game, I promise. I'm freaking better at this game than some of you might think. I just got unlucky back there. Miscalculated, fucking misconceptions and shit. Either that, or I probably haven't done this particular series in so long. But yeah, Prospect Springs. Not nearly as much of a pain as the next course, as you are about to find out. Frickin' Tioga Valley. So badly paced, this track, because you got almost 50 fucking checkpoints here. They're all so jumbled up together with so many freaking jumps and so many unskippable areas. This place is just a pain, you know. I do not like racing here at all, and I'm already off to a bad start too. I mean, look at me. I'm in freaking last place. Oh my god. See what I mean? There's like so many opportunities for you to completely mess up. Even the computer's having a hard time fucking keeping themselves in check in this track. Yeah, so yeah, like, you know how I said that enduro races are meant to be done in a non-linear fashion? Well, this track proves such a statement is actually complete bullshit. The game pretty much expects you to do this track in such a linear fashion that you basically forget the whole purpose of enduro. Because it's having you stay on a fixed fucking path. And with how technical this environment is, definitely fixed is the key word. I mean, like, there is that part, which basically is one of, like, the the very, very few skippable parts. And even then, there's no guarantee it's going to even help you. Yeah. Major pain. The only saving grace is that there are like very few skippable parts in this track, and also there's a very high probability of the computer opponents also completely messing up. So that's pretty much the only real redeeming qualities of this particular course. Yeah, I'm drinking. Not alcohol, but I'm drinking. Not that codeine syrup, but I'm drinking. Why did I have to show off in that part? Ugh! That is gonna set me back. At least I crossed the checkpoint, though. And I'm back in third. I'm so freaking terrible at this damn game. Ugh! Can't wait to be done with this so I can go to the Pro Supercrosses. At least I know those aren't going to be such a pain in the ass. Just one more. One more. It's the only other skippable part. But yeah, I'm finally done with this damn thing. It's always at the last second that I fucking mess things up. I don't think I'm gonna be able to catch up here. Oh, excuse me. Yep. I messed up, but I never got back trying. I freaking hate Tioga Valley. So boring and so technical at the same time. At least Arlington Stream is not that much of a pain. Because there are plenty of places that you can skip in this track. And some of them are actually really, really good skips. Like this one, for example. Oh man, look how fast I'm going. Oh my gosh, I'm smoking the competition with that skip. Woohoo! Now, not to mention the freaking environment's good as hell. I mentioned it before. The environment in Arlington Stream is freaking spectacular. And as I said before, there's plenty of skips in this track, so you don't necessarily have to confine yourself to the path, to the freaking dirt roads in this environment. There's another skip here. You basically avoid the whoop section, save yourself some speed. More skipping the whoop sections, all that. Yep. Yeah, this is this Pro Enduro course is basically a breeze. Not only is the environment really, really good, but basically teaches you that once again, enduro races don't need to be done in a linear fashion. And it's basically the one pro enduro race that you may potentially win right next to Prospect Springs because of just how pleasurable it is compared to the other courses, which are a pain. And yes, I kind of wiped out there, but I mean, that's a mistake you can easily recover from. No big deal. And look at that, first place. With a major difference. And now we're going to Rockbridge Park. Still kind of a pain, but I mean, it does have some redeeming qualities. Just not a whole lot. Not nearly as much of a pain as Tioga Valley was, but you get the picture. Also doesn't have nearly as many checkpoints either. And there are some pretty good skips here too, so that's another plus. Here's a skip right here. I like to think that was a skip as well, but I'm not really sure. You can't really notice any difference when taking the dirt trail or off it when I'm going up that hill. Damn it! Ah, I wipe out! I'll recover. I'm sure I will. It's like the first time I fucked up in this track, and it sure as hell ain't gonna be the last. Ugh! That skip could have worked well if those opponents hadn't gotten in the freaking way. Fuck it, I'm just gonna restart. Ugh! It's not fucking worth it. I'll take the skips a little better this time. Try not to freaking pull a Nick Hogan off another tree. Okay. Now if I can get this right this time, I should hopefully be good for the rest of the race. Got another skip right here. Cut the apex. And I did it. I took the skip properly. Woohoo! Hooray for me! Breeze through the rest of this track. Oh. Almost slammed into the checkpoint there. Anyway, not really that much to talk about, other than, I honestly did not expect the Papers, Please video to blow up like it did. Like, in the week that it's been posted, it's already, like, excelled to over 1,800 views, and I'm, like, amazed, because when I was editing the video, I, like, only expected, like, a couple of hundred people, like, in our circle to watch it and comment on it and all that. Like, I had no idea an old-ass game from, like, 10 years ago would become so popular. Like, it would still be so popular today. Like, Papers, Please must have really had a big impact. So, yeah, now here we are in fucking Freeport Harbor, of all places. Pretty painful. I don't like racing here. Don't hate this place nearly as much as Tioga Valley, but that's only because of the environment. Because you've got a unique rainy environment here with some very gothic settings. All that. Very unkept buildings and all that. Bridgeways. The frickin' aforementioned harbor. Compared to the dry and bland Tioga Valley with hardly any environment besides the derelict buildings and all that. But, yeah. Either way, Freeport Harbor is still pretty much, it's still pretty freaking painful. Not as painful as Tioga Valley, but you know what I mean. Fuck up one of the corners there, and I end up getting 3rd place. And I get back in the lead again, only to lose it. Frickin' McNabb. At least his name's not McAfee, otherwise I'd have to report him to the authorities. And oh my gosh, I freaking side Goomba stomped that other racer. And yep, there we go. Freaking showing off again. Not really much else to talk about here. I mean, there's like no skips in this track. Well, actually there are a couple of skips, but they don't really do much for you. And man, this is long. Seriously. I had no idea how long this was gonna be. If I knew how long this race was going to turn out, I probably would have found something else to talk about, but really, there's just nothing going on. I mean, other than the fact that I got the usual college work and all that, and that's what's really keeping me from making new content. Haven't really gotten to work on anything LTW related because of my college, but yeah. Adulting in a nutshell. What can you do about it? Anyway, yep. That's about it for Freeport Harbor. It's a pain in the ass, but at least it has a decent environment. At least it has a better environment than fucking Tioga Valley. Ugh. So that's that. Anyway, next up is Caribou. I don't know what to fucking call it. I mean, it's either Caribou or Caribou. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. The fucking... Ugh. Anyway, this track is an even bigger pain in the ass, especially on the fucking emulator where I have to deal with constant slowdowns in freaking software mode because that's the only mode that I could really play on, because if I try to run it on Direct3D or OpenGL, the game doesn't render properly. It's not like I can play it on the fucking PS3, otherwise I'd have a working controller or that shit, which I don't. I'm fucking getting my words mixed up and shit. Ugh. Anyway, Caribou Peak, it is a pain in the ass because of the really eccentric elevation and, well, basically, I just hate racing here. The slippery sections aren't even that fucking difficult. I just hate how it's so eccentrically elevated and all that, and you know, like, you can easily get lost in this map like I almost did. I had to freaking squeeze through between those two trees in order to get somewhere. And, I just don't enjoy racing here. The environment's meant to freaking trick you. It's supposed to take away from the fact that this course is a total pain. You see what I mean? Eccentric elevation. It's bad enough you could hardly fucking jump over the certain slopes. You end up like fucking landing on a couple of other, you like land sideways and you pretty much lose yourself. Fucking wipe out. Not to mention the freaking dirt roads are freaking... They're narrow as hell, and you could hardly really find a skip anywhere. You'd be lucky to find a jumpable part like he did, like freaking Joseph did for the last checkpoint. It's usually this section here that's a little more open. Basically, it's like literally the only fastest section in the track. There is no skip in this section. Despite what you might think, there is no skip in this section. That's how the game really gets you. Coming up on the end of this, not nearly as long as the last course, but still pretty painful too. If I had to say, the Pro Enduro version of Caribou Peak, or Caribou Peak, however the fuck it's pronounced, is a lot more painful than Tioga Valley. But that is not the case with Sonora Dunes. Sonora Dunes is actually a very, very good Pro Enduro course. Because there is nothing in the environment that you can end up slamming into. Well, actually there's very few, but as I said, that's the key word, very few. You know? Very sporadic. It's extremely open, extremely fast-paced, and I absolutely love it here. This race is going to be a breeze. But of course, the only drawback is that there's no skips, so that's really the only drawback. Because the skips are everywhere, it kind of spoils the experience, you know? Thankfully, though, there's this high-speed section that you can really take advantage of, and it'll fucking keep you in the lead. Show off a little bit there. Coming up on the finish line. Let's see if I can secure a lap lead. I just did. And now I'm going to secure a victory. Yep. Sonora Dunes. A really good environment. Can't say much the same about San Jacinto Isles. Pretty painful here. And oh my god, the freaking game. It's lagging. What can you do about it? Also, did I mention this is my first time racing here? I've actually never raced here before, so I'm just doing this completely blind. I can't really offer any help or assistance or any of that. Not like you're gonna fucking need it because you're not gonna race here in the championship. This is just a bonus course you unlock from a freaking cheat code. And yeah, that ain't really a skip, unfortunately. Neither is this. I kind of fuck up because, again, I'm doing this completely blind. This is my first time racing here. And what do you know? Very natural of me to freaking wipe out on my first attempt at this course. There are some open areas I can see, but really there's no parts where you could really skip. I do manage to find a somewhat worthwhile skip here, but it really doesn't help that much. I mean, it does give you a bit of a difference between second place and all that. Does shave off a couple of seconds of your time. Really, it's hardly ever noticeable. I don't land that correctly, and it's gonna cost me everything. Oh my god! Why am I so stupid? Pardon me. Yeah, there's not really much else to talk about this this course, other than I'm just going through it blindly. Not really much else I can do about it. Let's see, is there a skip here? Okay, kinda is. Alright. Just get through this next section. We'll only have one more checkpoint to go before we reach the finish line and lead a lap. Yeah, so far so good. Too bad this particular part isn't really helping me much. I try to go through the skip, but the damn tree is in the way. You can disable environmental collisions in this game, but really, what's the frickin' point? I want to be able to frickin' slam into a tree and be miserable about not winning the race, you know? It makes me feel good about myself. It adds more immersion to the game. I'll settle for third place. Not like I give a shit or anything, you know? Anyway. Thanks for watching. Peace.